Hey, have you heard? Mimi Cat is going to read us a new book. Oh yeah, I think it's about gifted and
Talented, gifted and talented.
Well, that's about right. I have right here a new book. Can everyone please read to me its title?
Winona and Mark are gifted and talented.
Great job, everyone. Now let's read it. Gifted and talented learners are exceptional. They learn quickly and independently and are advanced in reading and writing. Winona and Mark are gifted and talented. You have to remember this, children. Being gifted and talented has nothing to do with gender, disability, economic status, ethnic or cultural backgrounds. Now, let's move on to the next part. Mark is talented. He's a dancer, singer, instrumentalist, and does video editing too. Winona is gifted. She's an aspiring environmental scientist, and there's nothing she can't do.
Mimikat, what are the other characteristics to be a gifted and talented learner?
Well, there are a lot of other characteristics, but some gifted and talented learners learn quickly, are able to use abstract thought and critical thinking, relate to more adults, and receive negative adult attitudes to smartness. Oh, and did you know? Just like Winona and Mark, there are other types of gifted and talented learners. Remember this, kids? Scapdo, something like Scooby-Doo. Other gifted and talented learners may be successful, challenging and creative learners, autonomous, potential dropout, doubly exceptional, or undergrounds. Now, Mimi can go on for hours discussing their differences, but the important thing that you have to remember is that even if there are other gifted and talented students like Winona and Mark, they are all unique individuals, meaning they are different but the same.
Mimi, please continue reading the book.
Okay, boy, I heard you. Winona and Mark do go to school. Their curriculum might seem cool, but it all has the same goal: supporting their emotional growth and so much more. Teachers do their best to make it fun. They separate readiness from interest. They make sure every student is comfortable, where there are 10 key strategies that students can ask for.
Mimi, I didn't quite get that.
It means, my dear, schools do a little change to the way they teach and handle gifted and talented learners like Winona and Mark. They make sure it's student-centered but also provide plenty of opportunities for them to engage in social activities. There are more of those where it came from.
They say gifted and talented learners are different.
Not normal, always accelerating, always ahead.
But gifted and talented learners are people too.
Quite different from us normal performing kids, but it's the different but the same kind of thing, you know?
There was one who didn't wear socks, but is now most known for his quirky brain. He had a lot of contributions for science and even the foundation of paper towels.
Another one is a celebrity who can fight, act, rap, and do comedy. He even played football during college.
He also grants the wishes of children in partnership with Make-A-Wish, granting nearly 500 wishes for children all around the world.
This kid is a great mental power. At the age of 6, he will memorize pages from the telephone book.
And when he grew up, he was known as the preeminent mathematician of his era for his contributions in math, physics, economics, and even computer science.
She is Winona.
He is Mark.
Yeah, I'm Winona and I'm a Filipino. My family lives in Brunei and I study in China to study environmental science and public policy at Dukunshan University.
Good day everyone, I am Mark Lester Magpili. I am 21 years old and I am currently taking up Bachelor of Science in Accountancy.
Was the student of the year when we graduated, and I graduated a year earlier because I was active in a number of extracurriculars like debate and musical ensemble. And academically, I was also I did okay. There's this program by the ASEAN Foundation called the Empowering Youth Across ASEAN. They basically give a grant of 20,000 US dollars to launch a community-based project in the Southeast Asian region. So I was among those who were selected in this fully funded program.
I discovered that I can dance and I started to love dancing and try to improve it over time. Regarding the instruments that I can play recorder, guitar, ukulele, also bandurria and octavina. So I started to learn recorder first. It was like a wind instrument similar to flute. After that, I took a liking into learning how to play instruments. With regards to my video editing skills, that's the skill that I recently found out that I can do. Currently, I can do dancing, singing, I can also do average artworks, I can play instruments, and lastly is I can do video editings.
I think it's volunteering in environmental organizations. So in my gap year, I started volunteering for Green Brunei, which is this NGO working on environmental issues like plastic pollution. And I think that education should be well-rounded as much as possible. And so I pursue a lot of things outside of academia, and piano is one of them.
Well, I consider every experiences that I have related to my skills as a memorable one. But what I can share is whenever there is a competition inside our school related to what I can do is we mostly got the top award for it. And it feels very awarding for us for all the effort we invested in it. And yeah, and it feels good.
I grew up in several countries, and so I identify as a third culture kid, basically someone who grew up in a place that's different from their parents. And this has been challenging because you need to adapt so much, so often. Yeah, it's such a big deal. My parents are both teachers. My dad is a professor and my mom is teaching English. So they have been so fundamental in developing the learner's mindset and the kind of habits that are needed to excel in a variety of things. I have so much to thank them.
Actually, I think they didn't even know that I can edit videos and I can play instruments. But I think they know about my singing and dancing skills. Yeah, I think there is a little support, but it is really not a big deal for me, even though they do not support me.
A certain level of privilege to actually choose just for yourself, like your own passion and your own interest. But if you do get the chance, I hope that you'd grab it because the rewards are immense. And when you follow what you're really interested in, it's going to connect you with people, with opportunities, with places, possibilities that you just cannot imagine.
So if you are a talented student and you think you are the best in it, please stop overestimating your skills. Because the moment you met someone better than you will realize that you are just a big fish in a small pond. I advise you to always expect for disappointment so you won't get disappointed whenever you fail. Because it's normal. Because when you think you are the best in it, you just stop learning and improving yourself. There's no room for improvement. You just have to humble yourself. Because if you do, you will always have the opportunity to improve yourself and become an even better person.